Hello, everybody. Welcome, and if I'm saying this very delayed, well, I'm sorry about that. But welcome to MegaCast episode 11. This was gonna be a short MegaCast, is because I have things on my mind that I really need to bring out, and I know tomorrow is the Splatoon release, or at least at midnight. If you guys are watching this live, and I really want to say that for everyone thinking that now this is not, I'm not saying this because I'm still getting the game. The game is fun as frick. I played it. It was fun. I loved it. It was like I was like, yes, this is the game that, you know, I would really like to play with. But I'm going to get it around August, and that's because that's when the game is actually completed. It's just right now I don't feel like if I spend the $60 that I'm going to receive a full-on game, if you know what I mean. And because of that, I'm just going to wait until August, wait there, or probably around July, at the end of July, and really just wait until then, because I'm sorry for everybody who thinks that the DLC that you are getting is more add-on content. It's not. It's actually just maps from the game itself that they did not manage to finish at all, and they're finally bringing them out, you know, but in little cuts of DLC. Because honestly, if you believe that they can do this, that they can do all these maps, all right, if you believe that they can do all these maps within the time frame that they have, something is wrong with you. I'm just gonna put that there, because hopefully you know how this stuff works, where they have to try to find out whether the systems are, whether the maps are good enough to be on to release yet, whether they're not fixed, if they're, you know, just in case if you don't fall through the map, you know, they have to check sorts of glitches and stuff. So that's something that you guys have to look at. Is this is not free DLC. This is just DLC that was meant to be in the game, but they just could not finish it before the release date. So that's why we are now getting it from the moment it releases tomorrow until August. That's why it's free. So don't believe, because look at what they did with Mario Kart. We had full-on tracks. We had all of them. Then they decided, hey, why don't we do DLC tracks? We got them. There you go. But what do we have to do to get those? We had to pay for them. So don't think this is some kind of amazing free DLC that you're getting because they're so they feel good today and they're humble. No, 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 no. They're doing this because they didn't finish it, and they have to go through the weeks just to finish it. So if you're one of those people, all right, that believe that this is actually happening, where they're releasing and finishing all these DLCs and they're only doing it in a week's time per each map, look at it again. I'm just gonna say that, because look how long it took for Mario Kart. I'm just gonna say that right there. For future DLCs after August, yeah, then you can say, all right, they're really expanding the game and everything. But guess what? You're gonna have to do for those. You're gonna have to pay for them. So, not really much of a difference, huh? And August is basically when the game is complete, because everything's gonna be there, all the maps, and I would be happy enough to give my $60 to it. So don't think I'm hating on the game. Don't think I'm being like, oh, this game sucks, because this game is really, really, really fun, and I'm not denying that. All right, so don't go around thinking I'm hating on this game, because this game is really fun. I know it is, because I played all the global test fires. I've had fun every single one. And yeah, that's just what I'm gonna leave that one at. So don't worry about it. Yeah, this is episode 12. Frick, I said 11, didn't I? So Another thing I want to talk about is mostly this whole Project Cars deal. That's something I have not talked about in ever since it was ever said. I know I haven't done a Mega's thoughts about it ever since, but I want to say that for those of you that are now like, screw Kickstarter, especially Wii U owners are saying this, and it's like, what? You know? First of all, like, most of their time and effort was built for the PC version. There was such little Wii U effort, and hopefully, you know that it really is at the same time Nintendo's fault for not creating a better hardware structure and not having at least a more powerful console that could at least reach close enough to the PS4 and Xbox One. And we're also looking at games like Bloodstain, right, where he at least the Igarashi, hopefully I'm saying that right, is at least trying to bring this to the Wii U and put the stretch goal there, and everybody's going insane because a game's coming to the freaking Wii U, and they're like, oh no, I don't want that game anymore. Like, what's wrong with you? We only get 6 games a month. No, 6 games a year. So it really makes no sense that you guys would not like to have this at all for this game to ever come, because he just put a stretch goal for the game to even come out. And yeah, that's basically it right there. For anything else, I mean, honestly, just because Project Cars is looking like it's gonna skip the Wii U and move on to the next console, or even be canceled in general, then there you have it, you know. So I really don't understand why all of a sudden everybody's like, screw Kickstarter, screw these indies, screw all these developers that would like to have our help. Because then, if that's the case, do that for what's it called again? I can't believe I forgot. Do that for basically the Banjo-Kazooie spiritual successor, and you know, don't fund that game at all. Just screw that game over, because that's basically what you guys are doing. So don't, you know, go crazy about it, and just skip that game if that's what you guys are gonna start doing, and right, just screw Kickstarter in general. So don't support that game if that's the case, because it's funny how they're supporting that game, but you know, yeah, because one game doesn't come to the system of their choice, they go crazy. You know, it's insane. But yeah, that's basically what I got there. If anything, I've been playing my PS3 more than my Wii, because it just got nothing. It really has nothing. It's like I go there and then it just disappears on me, you know? Like all the fun aspects just go, because I already played all the games on there and I've already done what I had to. And I've been picking up a lot more PS3 games. I just picked up Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. It's great. Actually, I just picked up for the Wii, not Wii U, Wii, Mad World today. It was only $3 surprisingly, and this game was one of the best games on the Wii U. I mean, on the Wii. I just said it. And you know, that's something where it's like, you know, the Wii U just has nothing until 5 months later, and then we get another game. And I don't even count Kirby, because that was actually kind of like a little title that was just there, so that way you could have at least one thing to play. But it was like a little eShop title, honestly. Same thing with Tipping Stars. That's a little eShop title. Toad, Captain Toad. That's just a eShop title. And you know, they were selling it in retail and everything. I mean, they had it digitally, but those are not really full-fledged games that, you know, are like the Mario games and Zelda games that we would usually get, or even Metroid games. You know, it's not like that. Those are just little mini games. So I mean, I loved Canvas Curse, and I'm gonna definitely pick up Rainbow Curse when I can. but it's like that's not the game that should be like, oh my god, I gotta go get this system, or be like, all right, I'm gonna go back and play, because honestly there really is nothing until 5 months later. So right now the only game I'm waiting for is Xenoblade Chronicles, and just because I forget about the Xbox doesn't mean anything. But that's like the only game I'm really excited for, and nothing else. There really is nothing else. So I guess screw that game. Because I don't even know if it's gonna still come out this year, but it probably will. Of course it will. Right now they're just doing English translations, which don't really take long. But it's really disappointing to see this. And I know another game that I'm starting to get excited for, which is Devil's Third, but we haven't even heard about that game at all. So yeah, just ignore the. Yeah. So I guess that was a little short megacast. I just needed to bring out all that stuff. So I'll see you guys later. Like I always say, don't lose your way. Don't be afraid. Just get to the end. And I will be putting up more gameplay and be streaming on Twitch actually in a couple of minutes. So catching me on my Twitch, I'll be there, and I'm gonna be streaming Hatsune Miku Project Diva. Yes, I will be. The second, and this is the second one. So yeah, this is just a little short one, and next week it will be a full-on fledged one. So don't worry about it. I just need to get those stuff out there, because people automatically think because it doesn't have Nintendo on the case or anything that it's bad, and also because it doesn't go to their platform. That's what happens when you only own one platform. So there you have it. But I'll see you guys later. Peace.